Hey, welcome to another edition of the Getting Made podcast. I'm gonna make a slight deviation. I know that's a rough word in the Muslim communities of saying deviate, deviant, but but anyway, I'm gonna make a slight deviation from how I normally do things because I want to address something that's taking place right now that I believe we actually can help. Right? And a lot of times it's the African American community. We always come to the rescue of everybody, especially people of color, whatnot, because we have experienced a lot, and I mean a lot, in this country when it comes to negative, adverse things. And what I'm talking about today is the incident now with the Somalian community, with a lot of these fraud claims based upon the daycare centers and things of nature there, right? So, one, I know that a lot of what's been said in many areas is that this community is a fraudulent community. They do things that they shouldn't be doing as far as when it comes to money and things of nature there. And this is just another example of how they are in the wrong or in fraudulent wrong when it comes to getting that money. But I'm here to say to our community and to the African American community, and this is what you probably who you my Somalian brothers and sisters, this is something that you actually can learn from in this. One, you have to you need to make sure that you learn how to get at the narrative, take control of the narrative. And what does that mean? A lot of our brothers and sisters aren't criminals, right? And sometimes people do things that are wrong. Sometimes they're doing things, they're falling into wrong situations, and they are making conscious efforts to do that. So we're not going to sit there and act like people just, oh, I accidentally did it. No, some of you really were wrong. You're doing wrong, right? But that doesn't have to be pegged on a whole community. And as African Americans, and especially as an African American man, right? A black Muslim African American man. We fall into the whole context of being deadbeat dads, not taking care of our women, or not taking care of this and not taking care of that. And what happens is a whole segment of people get stereotyped into being this particular thing or being known for this particular thing, right? Just like I have a whole city of Philadelphia, that get a bad rep as far as the Muslim concerned are just doing some wild off the wall type things. And I know a lot of good people. I mean, a lot of good people in Philadelphia, right? And they are not caught up in some of the foolishness that people are always claiming people in Philadelphia to be, right? Or how they show up. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that everybody's correct. No one everywhere is correct. If you're here in Georgia, you're in Cali, you're in New York, you're in Ohio, you're in Minnesota, or wherever you may be, gonna have some people who are doing wrong. But as a group, we have to learn. And I'm saying to my Somalian brothers and sisters, as a group, you have to learn how to then attack the narrative that's being put on you. What is the pushback that you are going to give in this ordeal? It's an unfortunate situation, and some people have done some unfortunate things, but it doesn't mean the whole community is a bad community, especially in a time. And I want to also to make sure that I'm saying this to my brothers and sisters. This is a rough time right now. Politically, this is a rough time for anybody of foreign nationality, foreign descent, foreign, whatever you want to call it, whatever the political correct way of saying it. It's a rough time. They're just coming up, rolling up on people, ice rolling up on people, locking people up, all this old type of stuff here. We as a black community have experienced that. So even now, to a certain degree, because we get pulled over, we get profiled, all this type of stuff here. We've been this has been to this has been taking place for the African American community. We have not arrived. We are always still in a position that we need to be making sure that we watching over our shoulders and watching our back. You are not a part of the establishment. Never believe that that's the case. And for those of you who think you have or you think you are sadly mistaken, and they will show you. If it's not you personally, it's going to be someone you love. Never get it twisted. The trial is real. So, but I'm saying to my Somalian brothers and sisters, you have to attack their narrative. So that means your thought leaders, your spiritual leaders, your political leaders in your community, your business leaders in your community. They will have to have this concerted effort. If it's here in Atlanta, if it's in Columbus, Ohio, if it's in Minnesota, if they're from Portland, Maine, or if out there in Seattle, or wherever you may be, and you have your leadership there, you need to be connected and have a joint, united message that you are trying to put out there. Being here in America, don't hide. I'm saying, don't hide, don't tuck your head, don't do any of that, because the more you hide, the more they come for you. Get out there and get in front of it. Stand in it. Yeah, there's some people who did wrong, but the whole community is not set up that way. And I'm saying to you, if you don't, I'm telling you, it's going to get worse before it gets better for you. Because the moment you start ducking and hiding, instead, prime example, back in 9/11, and yeah, maybe I might be talking too much, but I am who I am, So back at 9/11, when a lot of times the Muslims were, of course, persecuted and different things in nature, they're unfairly, right? That American flag thing, for those of us who remember, everybody's walking around with the American flag pendant. There's American flag on your house, American flag on your car. You got lapels, American flag. Everything was American flag. And Muslims was walking around here with the American flag on their stuff, right? Because they wanted to be seen as a part of the establishment. Oh, we with America. You know what I mean? And what happened in that is a lot of people, they didn't take that well. It's going to be honest with you, because there were people out there who were just looking to do wrong by you, to do wrong to you, right? And so you don't have to then go against your own principles and values to say, okay, I want to be a part of the establishment. And that was what was taking place. Now, what that also looked like is that you're ducking and hiding from, I mean, even to the point that some people, Muslim women, they was taking off the hijab, they was doing all this, and brothers cut their beards, nobody, I mean, I always wear Kangos and things next and there, but the people were taking off their kufi, they weren't wearing their thobes, they weren't doing, when they were naturally doing these type of things, right? They were trying to they were trying to show that they were a part of the American establishment. They were hiding from their identity. Don't hide from your identity. And I'm saying that they're going to try to pick on you now. First, it was our Latino brothers and sisters. Now it's going to be you. Anybody of color, anybody of foreign descent, and who are of color, they're coming for you, because this is their scared moment. And they're going to use your incident, this fraudulent situation, as an entryway to come for you. Let's not get this real. I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters, because this is what they've done. They've done these things to us. So I can definitely tell you they're coming for you. But this is what you do with a bully. You stand a bully in the face. You know, bullies don't like being challenged. Bullies don't like somebody standing because we used to have a saying back in the joint. I don't know how y'all gonna take this, but this year bully was last year's sissy. And only thing bullies are doing is trying to get back at people when they were done wrong, and that's what that means. They was taking a lot. They were really kind of being mistreated. So that's what a bully do. They get together, they get their little collectives together. They start trying to pump their chests out, and then they come for people. And what happens is because they look like they have numbers or they have some type of establishment behind them, that then they feel like they can make it, and people cower to it. They shrink to it. I ain't saying you're a coward, but they shrink when they come to it. They get scared and they start hiding, and that makes them come for you a little bit more. Tell you another example in history that this took place with the Jews in Germany and in Europe during World War II. They actually tried to be a part of the establishment. They tried to say we're part of it. And what they did, they started looking for them, they started hunting them down even more. And I'm saying we have to stand it in the face, fight against it on the terms that we're capable of fighting on it. If it's going through courts, it's getting the political narrative out there. If we're speaking to people in the news, in these news media segments, if we use social media to get this message out, you have to get the message out, but it has to be a collective message. So I think sometimes, even as Black men, we miss that mark a lot of times, brothers, because we don't talk in a collective voice. We don't get together. But they kind of set us up that way. But I'm saying that this is what will work for you. And we have to be supportive of them. We can't sit there, yeah, man, I knew they were going to get these Somalis. I mean, even though there has been tension in some regard with the Somali community and the African American community, we're not going to deny it. We're not going to play games. But there's been tension. And we have to get beyond that tension, because at the end of the day, even though they just try to knock off people of color, they don't care. And really, they're really trying to knock off Muslims. They don't care. And I'm saying to you, if we don't then start banding collectively, we don't start trying to work together and work with them, be supportive of them, and you, the Somali community, need to be supportive of us. Can't be looking down at us condescendingly and things in nature there. Because, hey, tell you the same thing, man. Your stuff stink too, just like ours do. Anytime you go to the bathroom, everybody's stuff stink. Nobody has perfume, waste. All right. Just keeping this a buck with you. I'm trying to be correct here and talking, because it ain't the after dark version right now. But I'm saying to you all, we have to come together. We have to be supportive of them. And in turn, you need to be supportive of us. Because at the end of the day, we are brothers and sisters up under this banner called Islam. Your Islam is not different than mine. My Islam is not different from yours. We don't have two different books that we're reading from. We don't have two different messengers that we follow behind. We all up under this one banner called Islam. So we have to start working that way. And this is going to be your reminder about that. Because I'm going to tell you, we can help you get out of it. We can help you learn how to deal with this situation. Believe me, we have a lot of experience in dealing with this. I'm saying to some of the Somali leadership, tap into some of the African American leadership so they can show you how to form the narrative and create a better narrative for yourself, and how to manage this system. And brothers and sisters, my brothers and sisters, African American brothers and sisters, we got to be supportive of them. Yeah, in a lot of instances, there has been some mistreatment that you feel like, a lot of brothers, well, I'm going to say what people aren't saying, that there has been this, what it seems and feel like mistreatment from the Somali community towards the African American community. And there has been the stereotyping that they have taken on. And I've heard it, and and I have a lot of Somalian friends and associates that I know, and that, they treat me well, I treat them well, but I'm not gonna sit there and act like I haven't seen bad treatment towards African Americans from the Somalian community, and yeah, there is this doubtful understanding that they have about us, when at the end of the day, we really can't help them. So I just want to really jump on here and kind of have that conversation. And let's have the conversation. Maybe somebody have a difference of opinion or have a different opinion than I do. And that's okay too. Let's have that conversation. Right. But at the end of the day, let's start getting some results. Let's start working towards the results. And we're gonna keep my brothers and sisters who are going through this time right now. We're gonna keep you in our duas. We're gonna try to give you the help that we can. Hey, when you see an evil, you change it with three ways: either your hands or your tongue or in your heart. Come to us. If we ain't got nothing but a dua for you, that's our heart. But if we can help you out, we can give it to you by hand. If we can tell you what you can do in order to help yourself, that's by our tongue. And like I said, the dua is from our heart. So we're going to practice this religion, and we're going to practice being brothers and sisters. Hey, I just want to jump on here with this podcast. As always, every Monday at 7 p.m., please, please, please turn in, tell a friend, and send some suggestions of some things that you would like to hear us talk about here on the Get Made podcast. We definitely appreciate it. And with that, love you all.